the crossbar. The Giants flipped off the goal team. Crystal left fielder down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils. On the deflection. On the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Hunterdon Central broadcast. Tonight we have Hunterdon Central versus Immaculata girls softball. Now, it is a very windy April 23rd, and this is a really good matchup because Hunterdon Central is facing off against Immaculata, who they unfortunately lost 2-1 earlier in the season at Diamond Nation, which is Immaculata's home field. Now, I'm with Josh Chaco. So, Josh Chaco, what do you expect out of this matchup tonight?
Yeah, it should be a good game, especially on this very nice day. As you said, very windy, but definitely should be a good game. Central defending home like they did yesterday. They're coming off a 7-6 win versus St. Thomas Aquinas. Paige Seaman going 3 for 5 with a double and RBI. Zoe Totaro 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Mayon Halstead 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Emily Van Cleef 2 for 4 with an RBI. And they trailed 3 in the 7th inning, winning in the 8th. So another good comeback win for them. Should be a good game.
For sure, and Immaculata and Hunterdon Central have met before, like I said earlier, so this is a bit of a revenge matchup for Hunterdon Central. Our starting pitcher for tonight is Kaylin Kozak, and our starting catcher is Cassie Stallwood. And let's talk about Immaculata's lineup. Leadoff hitter is Molly Ferreira, third baseman. Second spot, we have Heather Ryden, center fielder. In the 3-hole, we have Kayan Maycrick. Shortstop, we have Marley Zier, first baseman, Madeline Taglione, right fielder, Caroline Colidi, pitcher, Rebecca Arell, center fielder, Julia Gallo, designated player, and Caroline Duffy, left fielder. And Heather Ryden and Molly Ferreira is in the box, right-handed hitter. And Molly Ferreira is, I think, 850 hitter. So she is a lethal hitter who can get on base. And it's going to be a challenge for Kaylin Kozak. Okay, Kozak is getting ready to pitch as soon as the umpire says play ball. Okay, so Kozak getting into the pitch. Strike one against Molly Ferreira.
Great way to start the game, setting the tone early with the fastball strike.
Exactly. It's important to start the inning with confidence and being tough, saying, hey, this is our home turf, not yours. Okay, Kozak. A little up in the zone. Ball one for Molly Ferreira. Count is 1-1. Kozak's on her third pitch. Molly Ferreira hits it through the gap between short and third, and a single for Molly Ferreira in the leadoff spot. Up next we have is Heather Ryden. Coming up, yep.
So definitely not an ideal start for Central. You definitely want to get that first girl out. Try to set the tone early. Now with runner on base with no outs, can definitely advance them early with the ball in the gap.
For sure, and in softball there's a lot of stealing going on. She can steal instantly if a wrong turn is made. And we had a bunt that went foul, so currently it's 0-1 for Heather Ryden.
Trying to move that runner into scoring position. Score early in the first inning. Central knew that though.
Yeah, for sure. And Heather Ryden is a left-handed batter, and a key arsenal that left-handed batters have that right-handed batters don't is that they can slap. What the slap means is that they can run and hit at the same time, and gives them an extra advantage going into the first base by pulling it to the right field, which is opposite of them. Caitlin Kozak with her second pitch. An attempted bunt. She missed it. It's currently 0-2 for Heather Ryden. Apparently it's one ball and 2 strikes, but check swing. Oh yeah, there was a check swing. She didn't swing, so it's 1-1 right now. Strike 2 for Heather Ryden. Count is 1-2 for Caitlin Kozak. Through the second and shortstop gap, and a single by Heather Ryden pushes Molly Ferreira to second. And up next we have in the 3-hole Caitlin Maycrick. Caitlin Kozak with the pitch. Try to bunt attempt. Ball 1 for Maycrick. Currently 1 runner in scoring position for Immaculata. Bunt is down. Out at first base is Caitlin Maycrick. Molly Ferreira is at third, and Heather Ryden's at second. 2 runners in scoring position with the sacrifice bunt.
That was a good play on both ends. Move the runners up from first and second to second and third with a great scoop at first to prevent 1 or maybe even 2 runs scoring. That ball went by. Certainly would have had some runs on the board early now. So now you definitely have to get this next hitter out. Good stop there.
Oh, God. Okay, so there was an instant hit by Marley Zier, and all the bases are loaded after a misplay at third. This is a lot of pressure on Caitlin Kozak, which means the only way to get an out without having a run scored is either a fly ball or a strikeout. And up next we have is Madeline Tavaglione. Way 2 inside. Ball 1 for Maddie Tavaglione. And also, this is Marley Zier's first debut with Immaculata. She transferred over. Foul ball. Currently 1-1 count for Tavaglione. Okay, Tavaglione getting herself situated in the box. Kozak getting her pitch ready and loaded. Outside of the zone. Ball 2. Trying to make her chase with that. Definitely did not work. Kozak. Foul ball again. 2-2. Good battle by Maddie Tavaglione, trying to get runners across home plate.
Great opportunity here for the strikeout. 2 strikes here. First 2 pitches, or 2 pitches of contact, really haven't been too hard hit. Good pitch there for the strikeout.
Maddie Tavaglione has been retired, second out of the inning for Hunterdon Central. Up next we have is Caroline Colidi, the pitcher versus pitcher. Kozak is going to pitch to Colidi, who is their starting pitcher with an ERA of 2.43. Misplay by Greisler. Molly Ferreira scores, and Heather Ryden scores too on an RBI by Caroline Colidi. 2-0 Immaculata, with Marley Zier at second base. They're going to have a courtesy runner, I think, going in for Colidi. Or just Colidi is on board. Most likely, I think they're going to put a courtesy runner in. And they have Rebecca Arell, the catcher, for Immaculata. 2 outs for Hunterdon Central. Need one more to get out of the inning and head up to bat.
Definitely not an ideal start. You wanted to go into that bottom half of the first inning with a 0-0 score. Now down 2-0. Got some work to do going into the bottom half of the first. Still not over yet, but they managed to get another out. Definitely has some work to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hunterdon Central. Now we have Grace Chrysler to Julia Duggan, and Hunterdon Central gets out of the inning. Immaculata 2, Hunterdon Central 0. Now they're facing off against Caroline Colletti, who has been really deadly for this team as a pitcher. 40 strikeouts, 27 walks, and she only allowed 27 runs in her 9 starts this year. She's their only pitcher on this roster. So a lot of pressure is on her, but she's taking the pressure while only allowing about 2.3 runs a game, which is impressive for softball. Softball ERAs are usually in the upper 1s to lower 2s, so this is a really good ERA.
Definitely. Being the only pitcher is definitely tough. That ERA is pretty impressive, though, considering with all things considered. Definitely have a good matchup here for Central. Their offense was red hot yesterday, so hopefully they'll continue to keep it up, put some runs on the board, and take the lead, or even notch it up at 2.
Yeah, and our leadoff hitter for tonight is Paige Seaman, leader in home runs with 2. And then we have Zoe Totaro, Maitland Halstead, Cassie Stallwood, Emily Van Cleef, Caitlin Kozak, Grace Chrysler, Julia Duggan, and Jessica Yip with Sarah Zarnecki in the flex position. And as you were saying earlier, Paige went 3 for 5 against St. Thomas Aquinas. She's a really good hitter and a valuable asset that Hunterdon Central has. It's her first year on varsity. Previous years were on JV. She's definitely making a huge impact on this team, hitting-wise and getting runs on the board.
Yeah, definitely been one of the more impactful players on a 3-6 record. They needed her, and she's definitely produced.
Yeah, it's very uncharacteristic for Hunterdon Central to be at 500 right now this season. We're usually a powerhouse school. Usually have a really good start to the season with some uncharacteristic games, but this year it's been tough with losing several seniors this year, and it's a very junior heavy core with maybe 2 or 3 sophomores and then 2 seniors.
Yeah, 2 seniors is right. Definitely shows the youth of this team. Losing a lot of the seniors is tough, and definitely a tough transition for this team to go forward without some of their players that they've had for the past 4 years. But also they've had a pretty tough schedule. They played this team, very good team, Immaculata team. First game of the season to open up, and that pitch. Looks like
it's either a hit or a foul.
Looks like it's foul ball.
It's foul, tipped off her bat. It's currently 0-2 for Paige Seaman. Caroline Colletti is establishing dominance on Hunterdon Central's field right now with 2 strikes against Paige Seaman. Okay, so Coach Gary Burry is having a conversation with the umpire about what transpired before on that last pitch. Actually, it's going to be a mound visit. Not a mound visit, circle visit. Okay, so the girls are heading back to their spots. Paige Seaman in the box. 0-2 right now. Swing and a miss. Paige Seaman was retired by Caroline Colletti. The girls are celebrating in the outfield.
Pretty dominant first at bat there for Colletti, getting the first batter out on 3 pitches too. Pretty impressive en route to an immaculate inning, but that's not the point. Just great at bat there for her. His first pitch is up and in, or up and away, I should say. Yeah.
Outside the zone.
Yeah.
Currently 1-0 for Zoe Totaro.
Shortstop, we'll see what she does.
Zoe Totaro, fly ball. Center fielder catches it. That center fielder being Heather Ryden. There's 2 batters retired for Hunterdon Central.
Pretty hard hit ball. On the crack of the bat, honestly thought that was a home run, but I guess the wind had a factor in that, just making it die there in center field. Still nonetheless a pretty good hit, and what you like to see coming out of the gates is making contact off the starting pitcher you're facing. and that's definitely a good sign for Central. We'll see how they play it now with 2 outs. What we do now, Maitland Halstead now.
There was a check swing going on. They said she went, so it's currently 0-1 for Maitland Halstead. Fouled out into the ditch.
Never see that ball again.
Yeah, no. They have to keep playing softballs. There was one that ended up on the roof.
Jeez.
Yeah. 0-2 from Halstead. Fouled it off on the 3rd pitch. Halstead still fighting for a chance to get Hunterdon Central on the board. And Caroline Colletti has been dominant. She's a senior, so it's her last year, so she has to be dominant. Show that, hey, I'm that senior. And it's currently ball 1 for Maitland Halstead, so it's 1-2 for Maitland Halstead.
Last week, Central Baseball lost to Immaculata also, so trying not to be 0-2 versus Immaculata in the sports there. A good hit there, just past the reach of the 3rd baseman. Halstead on base now.
Molly Ferreira.
2-out hit.
Hunterdon Central had some 2-out magic against Bridgewater Raritan, so we can see some 2-out magic going on here. But I don't want to curse it, so I shouldn't have mentioned that. But we have Cassie Stallwood, I think our only left-handed batter on this team. She can slap, she can bunt, she can do anything. She's really good. I think she plays for the Lady Dukes outside of Hunterdon Central. Really great player, versatile.
Cleanup hitter also, so you know that there's some power in that spot. See what she does here. Trying to score a run or just get on base to keep a rally going, 2-out rally.
Yeah, Hunterdon Central is good at stealing bases when we played against Bridgewater Raritan. Ball up in the air. Fly ball caught by number 30, being Caroline Duffy. And Bridgewater Raritan gets himself out of the inning with only a single cross on the board by Hunterdon Central. And now we're at the top of the 2nd, which is going to be Julia Gallo up to bat, as Rebecca Arell was the last out of the inning. Almost went through the whole lineup. So we have some warm-ups going on in the outfield. Making sure all players are warm for the inning upcoming.
Central put the ball in play there in that inning. I actually liked what I saw from them. You know, some deep fly balls that were caught and a poke over the 3rd baseman. I actually thought that their offense was more dominant than Immaculata's in that inning. Immaculata just put it right through the holes. Central couldn't reach it, and some miscues on Central's defensive end led to a 2-0 deficit for them. But now we'll see some of that offense magic that we saw yesterday carries over into today. I definitely think that's possible for this team.
For sure. And Hunterdon Central can climb back from deficits for sure. They've only lost games usually by 1-run deficits, which means they can get stuff on the board. They just have to be clutch and make proper hits.
Yeah, which they did yesterday. They were down 3 in the last inning, ended up winning in the 8th. So it's definitely something that this team is capable of doing.
Yeah.
And don't count them out yet. Down 2.
Up right now, up at bat, we have Julia Gallo, the designated player. She's a right-handed batter. And at the circle, we have Caitlin Kozak. Retired Tavleon on a strikeout. At the knees, strike 1 against Gallo. Okay, 2nd pitch for Gallo. Hit it outside, and it's over the fence, fouled out. 0-2 for Gallo. Strikeout of Julia Gallo. Second strikeout for Caitlin Kozak. 1 out for Hunterdon Central. Great pitching by Caitlin Kozak, setting the tone early as 2 runs scored across the board in the first inning.
Yeah, definitely trying to bounce back after that first inning. That was a great start. Last pitch there just froze the batter, Gallo. So made quick work of her and see how she does against the next 2 batters.
This is Caroline Duffy. Blue did not call a strike, so it's currently 1-0 for Caroline Duffy. Outside of the zone, 2-0 for Caroline Duffy. On the third pitch for Caroline Duffy. At the knees. Strike 1 against Caroline Duffy. 2-1 for Caitlin Kozak. Batter leads the count. Caitlin Kozak, 4th pitch against Caroline Duffy. Caroline Duffy hits it. Single by Caroline Duffy after an errant grab in the right field spot. 1 runner on the board, 1 out. And we're back to the starting line. We're back to the top of the lineup with Molly Ferreira with the leadoff single in the first inning, so she's 1-1. At the knees, 0-1 for Molly Ferreira. Way too out of the zone, too low, ball 1.
Good pick there by Cassie Stalled behind the plate. That ball went by. That could have been, an extra base there and would have put the runner in scoring position. So, it's good heads-up awareness play there. Yeah,
Cassie's a really good catcher. I played with her in middle school. Really great person, great teammate. Just overall a really good player to have on your team. She's a great catcher behind the mound, behind the plate, behind the dish, pardon my French. Really great person in general. And now the count is 1-2 against Molly Ferreira. Swing and a miss against Molly Ferreira, and Hunterdon Central records the second out on a strikeout. 2 strikeouts for Caitlin Kozak, with Caroline Duffy still aboard.
Great pitch there, going up and out of the zone, making the batter chase. That's exactly what she did. Now 2 outs. The ball hit to short.
To Taro, to Duggan.
Good play there to end the inning. Central now down 2-0, trying to put some runs on the board.
Immaculata leaves Caroline Duffy at first, and now Hunterdon Central is now going to have Emily Van Cleef up to bat, who's our designated player. She's also a pitcher, Division I commit to University of Rhode Island. Plays at Central Jersey Lightning outside of school.
Very impressive.
Yeah, definitely. I'm super excited for her. Great person, great teammate. Go Rams. So we have Caroline Colletti recording, I think, 2 strikeouts, 2 flyouts, a strike, and a strikeout.
Yes. And then the hit gave up to Maitland Halstead. So now we'll see what Central does now.
Emily Van Cleef is a really dangerous hitter. I think she's the other person with a home run on the team other than Paige Seaman with 1. She can swing the bat far, and there's not many two-way players in college softball. The last one I remember vaguely was Rachel Garcia for UCLA, who brought them really far in the Women's College World Series, only falling to, I think, the University of Alabama and Montana Fouts. Emily Van Cleef heading into the box, right-handed batter. Colletti with the pitch. It's right down the middle. 0-1 for Van Cleef. Sometimes batters try to see where the strike zone is so that they take a pitch looking. see where the strike zone is and where they need to hit, which is a smart strategy, actually. So it's not a bad move. Fouled out, 0-2 for Van Cleef. Swing and a miss for Emily Van Cleef. Strike 3 for Caroline Colletti as she retires Emily Van Cleef. Up next, we have is Caitlin Kozak. Pitcher versus pitcher.
Deja vu from last inning as or at the top of the inning as Caitlin Kozak did, getting the first batter on 3 pitches. It's a nice hit there in between center right gap. And sliding into second there.
Stand-up double for Caitlin Kozak. After a great hit between the second and first baseman into the between the gap of right and center field, heading all the way to the fence.
Great piece of hitting there. Now runner in scoring position for Grace Greisler to see if she can get home Kozak.
Hunterdon Central has 1 out against them. Let's see what Grace Greisler can do. A little too high. Ball 1 for Greisler. Fouled out, 1-1. Now it's going to be in the ditch in Bushkill Brook. I wonder how many softballs does Central collect down there.
Probably a dozen a game.
Yeah, and Greisler fouled it off again. 1-2. It's good battle so far by Grace Greisler, trying to put a ball into play to get Kozak home. Wild pitch. Well, ball in the dirt, really. 2-2 for Greisler. Very uncharacteristic of Caroline Colletti.
And not really sure what that was, but here's the 2-2 pitch, fouled off her leg. That's got to hurt.
Yeah, it does. I have been on concussion protocol from a softball hit me in the head.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was a pitcher, and my coach wanted to have a mound visit with me, and my catcher decided to throw at my head without realizing I was talking to coach. That was not fun.
That's very unfortunate. Great
between Kozak's going to stop at third. And Grace Greisler has a single, putting Caitlin Kozak 60 feet away from home. Something is brewing in this kitchen. And up next, we have is Julia Duggan, first baseman.
Great hit there from Greisler. It was not too far into the gap to allow Kozak to score, just enough over this second baseman shortstop gap to allow Kozak to advance. And now first and third, only 1 out. Great opportunity here to score for Central.
For sure, and Julia Duggan has 1 strike against her right now.
That ball.
Dead ball, and Kozak scores off the wild pitch. Hunterdon Central cuts the deficit in half. 2-1 Hunterdon Central.
Greisler also advanced to second on that play. Great heads up there from both Greisler and Kozak, cutting the deficit in half now and still having a runner in scoring position. So still great opportunity for Central with 1 out here. Put something in the gap or even on the ground just past the fielder. Should definitely score.
Yeah, and currently count is 1-1 after that wild pitch or a pass ball.
From our angle, it looked like the ball hit the batter, but obviously that wasn't the case.
No, it wasn't.
Just got by the catcher, but allowed Central to score, so great play there.
Good eye from what we heard in the Hunterdon Central dugout, just a little too below the knees. 2-1 for Julia Duggan. Fouled off, 2-2 for Duggan. Julia Duggan having a really good battle against Caroline Colletti, bringing this to 4 pitches so far. Fouled out. 2-2 still remains the count. Ball in the dirt, 3-2. Full count for Julia Duggan. This is the payoff pitch by Caroline Colletti. Ooh, strikeout looking for Julia Duggan.
She thought that was ball 4. She motioned to go to first on that, but ended up being a strikeout. So still runner on scoring position for Central.
Up
Jessica
next.
Yip is up now.
Yep. The lone sophomore starting today. Yep.
2-1 Central, or 2-1 Immaculata the score. It's also the score the first time that these teams played each other on April 4th at Diamond Nation. So, I mean, only the second inning and same score as last time just shows how better these offenses have gotten as the season has gotten along.
For sure, and Jessica Yip is a really good hitter. Really helped a lot in the game against Bridgewater Raritan last time we were on HCTV for softball. And count is currently 2-1 for Jessica Yip. Only sophomore on the field. They have another sophomore called Isabella Cangelo. And currently it's 2-2 for Jessica Yip as the ball is hit into the ditch again. So 4 pitches for Jessica Yip so far. Greisler's still stuck at second. Great piece of hitting. Fouled out. Hit the tree behind the fence. 2-2 still for Jessica Yip. Strikeout for Jessica Yip. Check swing, she did go. And now Caroline Colletti gets herself out of the inning with only a run crossing the board.
Central had multiple opportunities there to tie the game or take the lead, but still ended up getting 1 run, which is a good sign to cut the deficit in half. So now they just gotta strengthen up on the defensive end, and with Caitlin Kozak pitching, she did a good job last inning. So hopefully that continues and Central continues their offensive push. Dugout was very ecstatic in that bottom half of the inning. So I like that energy that Central brings to the table every game, and hopefully it helps them down the stretch.
For sure, and these girls known each other since they were younger. Like, they played in probably the same age leagues, like, until like they got into like club where they've been separated by age divisions. Most of these girls are in 16U, some are still in 14U, depending on their age. It's a really good group of girls. They're definitely good chemistry for sure on this team. And now we're gonna be seeing, I think, Heather Wrighton. And we're back, and now we have Caitlin Maycrick on the at bat. The center fielder for the squad, the shortstop for the squad. But just below the knees in the strike zone. Ball 1 for Maycrick. Maycrick fouls it. 1-1. Greisler ran up to the ball and passes it to Kozak. Okay, third pitch for Maycrick by Kozak. Fouled it out. 1-2 for Maycrick. Okay, Kozak with the fourth pitch. Swing and a miss by Maycrick. Kozak retires Maycrick with a strikeout. Fourth strikeout for Kozak, I think, of the game.
That was a good pitch. Fooled the batters out in front on that pitch. So 1 out here for Central.
Up next we have is Marley Zier.
Definitely a dangerous hitter. We'll see how she approaches Kozak. First pitch there. Strike 1.
Great start by Kozak, initiating dominance against Immaculata. Currently 0-1 for Marley Zier, who's having her debut game this year at Immaculata. Ball 1 for Marley Zier. She has a different strike zone than other batters because she's a really tall player, so she's going to have a different strike zone compared to other batters in her lineup. Ball in the dirt, 2-1 for Marley Zier. Okay, this is the fourth pitch at her at bat. Strike 2, inside pitch, 2-2 for Marley Zier. Pitcher has tied the count.
Would be a huge, crucial out for Kozak here and the Devils to get Zier out. Ground is short and good out there for Central. 2 outs now.
Great play by Zoe Totaro, throwing it over to first base. Really much needed out. It could be iffy if she makes it on. Up next we have is Madeline Tablione. 0-1. She was retired on a strikeout against Kozak. Ball 1? Yeah, ball 1. It was outside the zone. It's sometimes hard to see a blue when the batter is in the way.
Yeah, especially from our angle. We don't have the best angle, but definitely better than the baseball setup. That's for sure.
Oh, shoot. That did not go so hot.
Unlucky there. Just hit a lip on the dirt. Bounced up.
Almost hit Totaro in the head.
Yeah, would have ended the inning, but unfortunate. There's not too many things you can do there. Reaction time for anyone is just not quick enough to react to that.
No,
There's
it
nothing
isn't.
you can do about that. You just gotta chalk it up and get the next batter out.
Yeah, I have to have short-term memory. It's not on anyone. It's just poor dirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, up next we have is Caroline Colletti. Ball outside the zone. Ball 1. 2 outs on the board for Hunterdon Central. Just need 1 more to retire the inning and go to the bottom and get hidden. Colletti to Greisler. Greisler to Duggan. And Hunterdon Central retires Immaculata. Now we're heading to the middle of the third, and Hunterdon Central has a 1-run deficit over Immaculata. So now they're going to have a circle meeting right now, as Hunterdon Central is going to have a meeting, talk about offensive strategy, trying to get themselves on the board to cut the deficit from 1-0 and hopefully get themselves in the lead.
Yeah, definitely. That was actually a tough play to end the inning there for Greisler. That ball was hit super hard. That's why they call it the hot corner at third base. Nonetheless, now Central talking about some stuff, in that circle. So definitely, I expect them to, after their last inning, to definitely put a run up on the board, if not take the lead. The way this game has been going, I like their offense so far.
Yeah, me too. And like we were saying about the hot corner, some notable college softball third baseman. I mean, Charlotte Eccles from the University of Florida. Sydney Sherrill used to be the main third baseman at the University of Florida. Now it's not University of Florida, Florida State. And there's also Jessie Warren. There's a lot of good players in that hot corner that these girls are hoping to emulate in college.
It's such a tough position to play. As I said, hot corner, the ball comes at you so fast. I used to play third when I was playing baseball when I was younger. Switched to first because I didn't really like playing that. So it takes a lot of skill to play third base, and showed on that play by Gresser.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have Paige Seaman, leadoff hitter in the third, leading us off at the third. 2 home runs to her name. 3 and 5 against St. Thomas Aquinas. And definitely, I mean, you have to be really flexible at first, but at third you have to have a strong arm, curl across the diamond.
Yep, definitely.
Strike 1?
Yeah, strike 1. Hard to tell, honestly. You got to go off just hearing the ump. He yelled strike. That pitch crushed but foul.
That would have been a great opportunity to cut the deficit to 0 if it just fared a little over, but to be fair, it's windy outside, so you can't really control the weather.
Definitely. 0-2 count here.
Ball in the dirt.
A hitter, yep.
Ooh, hit her in the foot. Hit by pitch by Caroline Colletti.
Central catches a break there as she was down 0-2 in that count. Now a runner on first. Definitely some work to do as Tataro's up.
She had a hard hit ball that was caught in the air by Heather Ryden. That's a good sign that Zoe could potentially hit it over the fence. Potentially.
Yeah, potentially.
Potentially. We have some freshman and JV practice going on behind us.
Yeah, when I walked over here to the HGTV setup, I was watching them play, doing some drills. Surprised they're not. It's kind of weird to have the setup, you know, the game's going on right here and then they got practice there. It's kind of unusual, but it's some good work over there.
Yeah, for sure. And my history teacher is the JV coach this year. He was an assistant on varsity last year. Super exciting for him getting the head coach nod for JV. And the count for Zoe Totaro is 1-1. She did swing and miss on the first pitch. Trying to get to see where her reaction time is. Totaro fouls it out. No, it did not foul out. It just launched up high and just bounced back down in the grass. Currently 1-2. Okay, Caroline Colletti has her 4th pitch against Totaro. Ball way out in the zone. 2-2. Okay, 5th pitch in the at-bat against Totaro. Swing and a miss. Totaro was retired. Colletti records, I think, her 5th strikeout of the game.
Unfortunate there for Central. That she had some good pieces off the bat there to foul off. Would have been a good opportunity for Central, to advance some of the runners, as there was no outs in the play. Now there's 1 out, and man, house it up. She's 1 for 1, so we'll see how she does in this at bat. Poked one over the third baseman's head at first at bat. And she hits one foul.
Currently 1-1 count because there was a ball that went low.
Yeah, it should be 1-1.
Yeah, rule of thumb, the scoreboard is very unreliable.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, especially when I do the baseball games. I try to go off the scoreboard as much as possible, but it's definitely unreliable at sometimes. So.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't put up the right count. It's like confusing. It's simply not fun. But it's currently 1-2 for Maitland Halstead. After she fouled it past the third base, past third base.
Ooh.
It could have rolled fair. No, it did not roll fair.
Ball just when it hit the ground, just foul. Would have been great opportunities. That ball went all the way past the fence. Unfortunately, yeah, can't look back on that now. Just gotta think of the next pitch and how you're gonna approach it.
Yeah, absolutely. And ball in the dirt. Seaman steals second. No, the ball was not thrown in time for the shortstop, which is Caitlin Maycraig, to create a play and prevent Seaman from advancing, getting the second out. Ball 2. Another foul ball by Maitland Halstead. This is a long at bat gun, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely forcing good at bat. Not too many, only one ball. So all these pitchers are in the strike zone.
Isn't it supposed to be 2? Cause
oh yeah, yep. They just updated 2-2 on the scoreboard. Another foul ball.
Almost hit the coach. Almost hit Coach Reeder.
Maitland's putting up a great at bat here. All these foul balls are destroyed just off just a little foul. So she finds one to straighten out. It'd definitely be dangerous for Central. Is that Seaman advance on that pass ball? It's ball 3-2 now here, full count.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's definitely going to be frustrating for Kalidi as she has to pitch so many times against Halstead. Oh, it's a home run. No. Oh, robbed. Home run got robbed by Heather Ryden.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty much up towards the fence. Wouldn't say it was robbed. It's just pretty good catch here by the center fielder. It definitely looked like a home run off the bat. But
I see the pun you did there.
yeah, but unfortunate there for Central. That would have given them the lead and would have been her first of the year. So definitely unfortunate, but
I was actually kind of scared for our camera equipment, not gonna lie.
yeah, that ball was coming in as fast, but
whew. Ball 1 for Cassie Stallwood. I don't want to set any bad omens about my concussion protocol story. Strike 1 for Cassie Stallwood. Seaman still aboard at second. Fouled off, 1 and 2 for Stallwood. Okay, Kalidi at her 4th pitch for the at-bat. Past the second base. No. Aaron throw! Seaman is heading home! And Stallwood makes it to first base. Deficit is cut by 0. Cut by 1. Game is tied. And up next we have is Emily Van Cleef.
What a wild play there. That play should have ended the inning. Just a bad throw there by the second baseman on the runner to score. So great opportunity there for Central. They capitalized on it on a play that should have ended the inning. Now they look to add more.
Yeah, let's see what Emily Van Cleef can do. Hard hit ball! And Heather Ryden ends the inning, leaving Cassie Stallwood aboard. 2-2, Hunterdon Central. Game is tied now at the top of the 4th. Let's see what this team can do. It looks like, okay, I think Kozak is still pitching.
Yep, she's still pitching.
Yeah, because sometimes Coach Reeder decides to put Emily Van Cleef later in the game. That's why I was like, is this the inning that she gets replaced?
Yeah, she's doing good though. 0 runs in the last 3 innings. Only gave up those 2 in the first inning, but you can't really blame all that on her. There were some miscues by the defense there, but
yeah,
she definitely cleaned it up and been dominant to this Immaculata team that's very good, 8-1 record. So very impressed with what I've seen from her so far in this game.
For sure, and she's a senior. She's a really great senior to have on your roster. I think she's committed to a D3 school. I could be wrong.
I'm not too sure, but if so, it's still impressive.
Yeah,
honestly, play at the collegiate level.
Exactly. There's only 1% of all athletes who try and get recruited actually get recruited and play, which is really a low number, and it gets much lower by the divisional breakdown. I know there's a girl named Sophia Bordy heading to Oklahoma.
Oh, nice.
Oklahoma is a softball powerhouse. If you're unfamiliar with the University of Oklahoma, they're currently 3-time back-to-back national champions in collegiate softball, and they've been undefeated for a long time. But then University of Louisiana at Lafayette decided to end their streak in extra innings, I think. Is that Maddie? Looks like, yeah. Yeah, we have, I think Matt, oh no. Can't see because of the hair. I think it's Arel?
I think it is a row.
It's
yeah.
Arel, okay. It's really hard to see with hair. Strike one for Rebecca Arel by Kozak. Okay, Rebecca Arel. Swing. Oh,
Foul ball there.
that
Ball had
was-
so much backspin on it because out in front of that ball looked like it had been routine play for Greiser, but rolled foul there. So now 2 strikes for Arel. But a crucial first out. It's so crucial to get the first batter out. So now all that pressure's gone. You let the first batter get on, and all that pressure just gets into your head. But foul there, the third base side. So still 0-2 for Arel.
Yeah, and Kozak's leading the count, which is really important as a pitcher. Leading the count gives you a lot of confidence that you can throw chase pitches. If it ends up as well, hey, you're leading the count by 1 pitch, which is impressive, which is important. Zarnecki with the miscue and the pick. First runner aboard for Immaculata. It's definitely a little difficult. This field had some issues. I mean, Tesaro had a ball that rolled in the dirt. Maybe some uneven grass patches could have caused that.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first softball game, but I remember a few years ago this softball field was definitely not
As nice?
as nice. Yeah, you could say as nice as it is now. I know they worked really hard on it last year, put a lot of renovations in to the new dugouts, the fences, and everything. The field looks much better now than it did last year and the year before. So, but still, yeah, some things a little unfortunate there, like some patches in the grass with the dirt. That's not really stuff you can control, just
Yeah.
like some of the unfortunate stuff, but nonetheless. And bunt attempt there.
Is that another strike? No, it's ball 1. She just got it out of the way quickly enough.
Looked like she didn't pull away in time, but
That is Julia Gallo aboard up at bat.
got the bunt down. Foul ball hit her though, hit Gallo on her way at first. So you see in the bullpen, Emily Van Cleef warming up. She'll probably come in the next inning or this inning if Kozak runs into some trouble, but don't think that would be the case.
Yeah.
Good to
I
have
think
it.
that's Ferreira. Seaman with the catch. Great way to restrict. I think Duffy at first. Oh God, I don't want to forget my numbers.
It's hard to tell also because of our view and the hair, but
Okay, that is Duffy. That is for sure Duffy, which means it's most likely Arel, or I think they put Giglio up at bat. So I saw an 8. I think this is Duffy. Fouled off. 55 is there's a 55 on. They put 55. They've changed the lineup. They changed the lineup, so it's a little iffy right now, but Duffy headed in the backstop. 0-2.
that would be Haley Hansen,
Haley
number
Hansen.
55. sophomore. Impressive to see some varsity playing time as a sophomore. It's definitely impressive at that age.
For sure.
Good pitch there.
Yep, swing and a miss by Caroline Duffy. Great pitch by Kaylee Kozak, leaving Haley Hansen aboard. And I think we're at the leadoff spot with Molly Ferreira. Strike one. So next bat, next pitch. Fouled out.
Ball's ripped out of foul territory there. Almost took out the third base coach.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. I think that's the head coach for the team up at third.
Usually is the head coach at third. Giving the signs to the runners and stuff. So now 0-2 count, 2 outs. Kozak trying to get out of the inning. Let's see what pitch she goes to try to put away the batter. Foul there.
Yeah, it's definitely, as a pitcher right now, you have 2 outs on the board, which is a great way for you to get yourself in the mode, saying, hey, I got this. I am in control. I can do it, which is important as a pitcher. You have to have confidence, and it looks like Kozak's been pretty confident this inning. Oh, an errant receive by Yip. Bringing on board Molly Ferreira. Would have been a routine play, just the dirt was iffy. I saw them working on the dirt this morning. I guess it got iffy over time.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very windy day, so it definitely could play a factor into it. You know, moving the dirt around and stuff. Speaking of the dirt, the ball was in the dirt there. So 1-0 count.
Haley Hansen's in scoring position for Immaculata. With a hit by Ferreira. Fouled into the track. Not really a warning track, but a semi-warning track.
I mean, the warning track's like in the outfield. That's just like, I don't even know what you call it. Just dirt.
A track?
I mean, I guess, but yeah.
I feel like it kind of is a warning track because it reminds you, hey, you're like near the wall. Ball in the dirt. Ball near the dirt. 2-1. Trying to make ride and chase. Ryden. Three and one. This is a hitter's count because, hey, if I swing and miss, it's a strike. It brings it a full count. If I hit it, great. If I foul it, hey, 3-2, full count. They have to worry about getting the payoff pitch.
Ball's foul. Oh, that was definitely close. Would have been a great catch there at third by Greiser, but another one of those balls that just barely goes outside the foul line. So Central definitely caught a break there. That would have scored one.
I kind of predicted a foul ball. I was like, oh, if she fouls it, cool, full count. I've been magic first in a couple days. I mean, I predicted a Steph Jarvis goal in Carolina Hurricanes game because of my trigonometry homework. Tataro to Duggan. Gets the out. Hunterdon Central gets himself out of the inning after having 2 runners aboard. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Central caught. I mean, I wouldn't say they got lucky. They just caught a few breaks there.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I mean, on the other side, Immaculata caught a few breaks on one of the innings against Central. So it goes both ways. Now Central, bottom of the 4th inning, scored a 1 last inning. So this offense keeps continuing to get on base. It's just a matter of bringing them home. And I think that they're capable of doing it, especially in this inning, as the game gets closer to the later innings.
And it looks like Kozak is heading up to bat. And you were saying earlier about the breaks. It's like puck luck in the NHL. Having good puck luck is important. having lucky bounces, getting puck into the goal. It's kind of like that, but with foul balls usually, and good hits.
Yeah.
And we have Kozak getting her swing ready and getting herself warm. Caroline Kalidi still in the circle. Well, she's going to be in the circle for the whole game as she's the only pitcher for Immaculata, unless they have an unlisted pitcher. Now we have a circle visit just saying, hey, we got this. We just have to lock in defensively, and that's all. Okay, so now we have Kozak heading up to bat for Hunterdon Central. Hopefully to break this stalemate. Ball in the dirt, 1-0 for Kozak. Swing and a miss for Kozak, 1-1. So, Josh, do you know any of these girls personally? Like, classmates-wise?
No, actually, because I'm a senior, so I wouldn't really have any classes then. But
maybe like with Kozak or Redmond?
No, I haven't had any class with them, but I do know of them. So yeah, I know they're pretty good players. This whole team, good team, but personally,
go ahead.
No, you go.
2-2 for Kozak. I used to play softball with a lot of these girls. These girls are absolutely amazing players, amazing people. So, yeah. Kozak! Fouled. That would have been a good hit.
Yeah. Especially that area where the fence ends would have gone out of that area.
If
Could
it just
been extra bases, yeah.
If it just rolled and then veers foul.
Yep.
That would have been great. Could have been a stand-up triple. Strikeout. Strikeout looking by Kozak. That was a dotted pitch. It was an inside.
Yeah, it's just right on the black of the zone. Just caught the end of the zone there. Kozak went down looking, so she obviously wasn't expecting that type of pitch.
Next we have Grace Greisler.
Yep.
And it's currently ball 1 for Greisler. 1 out against Hunterdon Central. Rolled pass for Rera. Greisler is going to get sent back to first. Greisler decided to try and go for second, but retreated after having a slow reaction time. Great hit by her.
Yeah, definitely. Right on the third base line bag area.
That's a...
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough area for the fielder to play. If the ball hits the bag there, then you don't really know what to do then. So now umpire talking with, I'm not really sure who that is. Might be Coach on Immaculata, or Central.
Coach
Central,
Reader.
Yeah. Coach Reader. Oh, yeah, that's my bad. But now Central, another hit for them. 1 on now. Trying to get some magic here with only 1 out, so it's definitely got a lot of time, to get something to go their way.
And up next we have Julia Duggan heading up to bat. Great piece of hitting. Went foul. Wait, no, fair.
Oh, she dropped it. Safe.
Safe at first. Runner in scoring position by Julia Duggan. And up next, up to bat, we have Jessica Yip. Definitely the wind is playing a big factor with these balls going into play. Some throws have been errant because of the wind.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it seems like it's the hottest day of the year, and sometimes it's like the windiest day of the year. So that adjustment to when the wind's going to come is definitely tough, but nonetheless, it's a part of the game that you just got to live with. And, adjustment is something that they got to become accustomed to. So now one runner is on first and second here for Central. Got a runner on with runner in scoring position with 1 out. Like I said, they had multiple opportunities this game to bring in some more runs. So this would definitely be their most important opportunity so far of the game, to take the lead and going into these later innings. Yeah.
For sure, and 2 runners aboard is huge, and Jessica Gibb has a lot of pressure right now up at bat. She's a sophomore in varsity. It's her first year. A lot of these girls, I know Zoe Totaro and Emily Van Cleve, I think were the only freshmen on varsity, or they were the only sophomores on varsity. Either way, a lot of pressure. Ball at her knees, strike 1. With 2 runs for Hunterdon Central, broke the 2-1 curse in the earlier in the season.
Yep.
Great piece of hitting, just went foul. 0-2. Key thing is that we have to stay disciplined at the plate, and hopefully a good hit comes our way between the gap or over the fence, not towards our camera equipment.
Oh. Ball looked like he was going past the dirt there, the shallow part of the outfield. Guess it just wasn't hit hard enough, but disappointing for Central. Now 2 outs, so still got some room to work with.
Paige Seaman up at board, at bat.
Yeah, this is definitely who you want up at the plate for Central. Definitely one of the best hitters.
Fouled off. That play was very Bryson Stott-like.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Bryson Stott's second baseman for Philadelphia Phillies. Played shortstop for a little bit until they acquired Trey Turner at the offseason. Strike 2 at the knees. 0-2 for Paige Seaman with 2 runners aboard. Ball 1? Yeah, ball 1. Nothing called by Blue. 2 runners aboard. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Paige Seaman. Swing and a miss for Seaman. Kalidi only having 2 runners aboard. No runs cross the plate. And we head to the top of the 5th. Okay. Fielders are heading in. It looks like Van Cleef is going to be pitching. Usually she comes in the 5th inning after Kozak has a wide. Kozak pitches the 4th inning.
Yep, that's exactly what happens, and we saw her warming up last inning, so
yeah,
definitely not a surprise that she's coming into this game. We'll see how the Immaculata hitters adjust to the new pitcher that they're facing.
For sure, and Emily Van Cleef before the season had a ankle injury that had her out for a while. She's trying to get back into it. So her ERA at the beginning wasn't so hot, but she's getting her ERA down. She's going to be back to where she was last year.
Yeah, you can see the ankle brace on her ankle there. Those ankle injuries are so brutal, depending on the severity of it. But good to see her back and getting back into action.
For sure, she's a valuable asset. She's what helped them got to this deep season last year. Playing several state title games, trying to get a title for Hunterdon Central. Hunterdon Central is a known softball powerhouse. You have so many banners in the field house for softball. It's crazy.
Yep. Obviously, this year it hasn't begun the way they hoped, but seasons has a good length, so definitely time for them to come back and make well this season.
As of right now, me commentating the games, I'm currently 1-0, so let's hope it continues.
I'm 0-0, so let's hope for a 1-0 start.
Yeah, let's hope on your debut. Also, Matt Molyneux is 1-0.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he was actually the color for the first game. We had some funny jokes about the ball going over the fence. We made like a bet. It was super funny. And we have Makrek. That was a ball? That looked very much in the middle.
Strike 1. Yeah.
Strike 1. Okay. I just was very delayed to the reaction of Blue. In the dirt, 1-1. Makrek fouled. Great attempt by Yep, trying to catch it, but just went over the fence. A little girl trying to go for a softball. That's so cute. 1 and 2 for Maycraig.
Good
Swing and a
pitch.
miss by Maycraig.
Brought the heat on that pitch. Super late reaction there.
Yeah, and if you're a D1 commit like Emily Van Cleef, you need to have a lot of heat on your pitch, as you're going to be playing at a really high intensive level, and potentially you can go to the Women's College World Series and have your own Cinderella story, like JMU back in I think 2021-2022 season. Beat Oklahoma in 1 game. Marlene Zier goes down swinging and missing. 0-1 for Zier. From what we heard, she's an elite player. Great addition for the Immaculata team. Fouled. 0-2. Van Cleef on her 3rd pitch against Zier. A little outside the zone. That was so close. It could have been dotted.
Yeah. Would have been strike 3. Nonetheless, yeah, like you said, that she's very tall. Zier is very tall, so that strike zone has to be adjusted for those type of players. That pitch, strike 3.
Inside.
That, I mean, from our angle, it didn't really look like a strike, but we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take anything, really. We're tied. We want to make sure we get out of the inning as quickly as possible and hopefully get ourselves on the board. And inside pitches are really hard to count because umpires have different zones, different discretion regarding pitches. So maybe it was at her waist. We couldn't tell. It's a really hard angle from here. Tavlione fouls it off. Hunterdon Central has 2 outs for Immaculata. 1 strike for Tavlione. Yeah. Second pitch for Van Cleef. Swing and a miss by Tavlione. 0-2. Okay, Van Cleef up in the circle. 3rd pitch. Fouled it off. Still 0-2. Okay, so we have Van Cleef at the circle. 4th pitch.
Ooh, great pitch there.
Tavlione goes down looking, and we're at the middle of the 5th, and we're going to present some softball trivia. Okay, false alarm. If you guessed Japan for softball trivia, you were correct. Great job to you. Now we have Caroline Kalidi still up pitching, and the ball went out in the outfield. that was Okay, so Caroline Kalidi still in the circle. She's getting the trust from her defense, saying, hey, we got you. It's a 2-2 game. We could bring in extras.
We know how Central does in extras after yesterday, so
yeah,
they're ready for the challenge. But you know, obviously, you don't plan to go into extras. You wanna score in the, when you have the opportunities, and then close it out in the last inning. But certainly they're up for the challenge if necessary.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And Ava Giglio caught a fly ball by Zoe Tataro, and Maitland Halstead's aboard at bat. And right fielder Madeline Taglione catches that as well. Hunterdon Central is already 2 batters down. And now we have Cassie Stallwood, our lone left-hander. Our lone southpaw, really, if you want to say southpaw.
Does she throw with her left hand?
I think so.
That would mean she's a southpaw. That ball's going to drop, yep.
Great piece of hitting by Stallwood. Caused a lot of chaos and confusion between the left fielder and the shortstop and the third baseman.
Yep, ball was hit just soft enough for it to land in that kind of triangle between the third, short, and left fielder. So now for Central, Van
Cleef.
Yeah.
It's pitcher versus pitcher. I think Kozak goes to the DP position unless they have Zarnecki hitting. Ball 1 for Van Cleef.
Van Cleef trying to look to help herself out here. She's, the pitcher.
Yeah.
Give her some run support. It's that ball, ooh. It's gonna hit the roof. Yep. First one of the day.
Second one from the 2 broadcasts.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the first. It's not the second one here. First one here today.
Yeah.
I wonder how many balls are on that roof that the janitors have to climb up and get. That's a little scary.
Oh,
great piece of hitting. Looks like it's just going to be a single, but hey, either way, we have Stallwood at second. Up next, we have Grace Greisler, who came up with a pretty clutch hit earlier in the game.
Yeah, she did. Looking to do it again. Actually, Kozak up.
Oh, it's Kozak. We skipped a person. Sorry, Caitlin. It looks like a ball. Yeah, it's out her elbows, so a little too high. So you played baseball when you were younger. So you're first baseman usually?
Yeah, everyday first baseman. And when you're younger, you play all the positions, but as you get older, you start to find your position. For me, that was first base and outfield. Sometimes played center and right. So.
Yeah, I know a lot of first basemen that usually play center or even catcher even. Usually catchers have an easier time playing the corners as they throw to the corners a lot and they're used to the style of play. Great piece of hitting. Went past Giglio. The go-ahead run by Stallwood. Woo! Great piece of hitting by Caitlin Kozak. Both pitchers are aboard.
Both pitchers helping their own causes. Kozak there, that was a great hit. Just out the outstretched reach of the second baseman. Great base running there, with good awareness. The 2 outs, you got to run on contact.
Now we have Greisler.
Yeah, now Greisler's up. Yep. See what she can do to try to help this lead now. Momentum's on Central's side. Got the lead here. Late innings. That's definitely what matters now. Great hit there. She's going to be sent home.
4-2, Hunterdon Central. Van Cleef crosses the plate. Greisler at first, Kozak at second.
As you were saying earlier, Grace had a clutch hit and then just another one.
Yeah.
1 run would have been good for Central, but no lead is safe.
Yeah, no.
And in softball, so getting that extra insurance run definitely helped them out now.
For sure.
Now that the deficit for them was 2, and now the deficit is 2 for Immaculata. So great job there. They finally capitalized on some of their opportunities. Love to see it.
Yeah, we have Duggan going to be up at bat. Another circle visit by Immaculata. There's no limit on circle visits in high school, but there is limits on mound visits now in the MLB.
Yeah.
To make the game go faster.
Along with the pitch clock, make the game go faster.
Swing and a miss by Duggan, 0-1. Julia just wants to get a good hit, get even more runners across the board, so that's why she took the swing early.
Yeah, the more the merrier at this point. Try to secure that lead for today.
Ball in the dirt. Count goes 1-1. Great piece of hitting.
Ooh.
Caught by Heather Ryden. Hunterdon Central gets out of the inning, and Immaculata, well, ends the inning there. But Immaculata gets out of the inning with 2 runs crossing the plate. Had to reword myself right there.
At the top of the 6th now, Immaculata trying to answer back to what Central did in that bottom half of the 5th. You know, Central, I mean, throughout the day they've had a lot of great hits that have just been right at the fielders. You know, whether it be flyouts or lineouts or whatever. Still, they have the lead in this game, which is remarkable. Just good awareness on the base path. That's definitely helped them out on some miscues by the Immaculata defense and some other great clutch hits that they've had. So all around, it's been a really great game for them. A win like this would be huge against a team like this, Immaculata team like this, who's only lost 1 game to Watchung Hills in one of the first games of the year. So
yeah, it's going to bring their record up over 500 if they win. Van Cleve had retired the batters, I think all in strikeouts. Oh no, I think there's 1 flyout.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Still, she's brought the heat. Definitely been a tough adjustment for the Immaculata hitters. You know, Kozak, she did great today, but obviously, you know, she doesn't throw as hard as Van Cleve. But still, great job by Kozak today. I really liked what she did on the mound, and then at the plate, she had that clutch hit for them. So, you know, doing it on both sides of the ball has definitely been huge for Central.
And it looks like number 44, Maddie Tav-Leon, is up at bat. No, it's number 11. That is Caroline Colidi, pitcher versus pitcher, fouled off. It's definitely super hard to tell, especially with the sun and how light the color number of the jerseys. Totoro!
Safe. Looks like, yeah.
Safe.
Unfortunate there. The ball just hit the tip of the glove on Van Cleve, which, you know, slow roller is going to be hard for the Toro to get the out there at first. Nonetheless, it's still a pretty close play.
Yeah.
So now you know you want to get this next batter out. Don't want that Immaculata to capitalize on that first hitter getting on base.
For sure. And Rebecca Orell is up a bat. And Julia Duggan had a really good stretch. It was a really close play.
Yeah.
It could have been called safe, could have been called out. It's up to the umpire's discretion, really. Orell, swing and miss, 0-1. Zero balls, 1 strike. Van Cleve. Really hard hit ball. Double play by Hunterdon Central. A 4-3-4 play. Either way, that was impressive.
Definitely impressive. Yeah, 4-6-3.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
They turned there for Central. Just beautiful. Couldn't have drawn up better, honestly. Perfect opportunity there. Like I said, you know, I didn't want to jinx him by saying get the double play. But now this ball, you know, flipped to first, and what a turn there for Hunterdon Central. Looked like they might have been in some trouble. Got the double play, and then the flip to first by Van Cleve. Gets him out of the inning now, bottom of the 6th now, trying to get some more insurance runs for them to put this game away.
So for Immaculata, who will be up at bat next, will be Caroline Duffy. And we have right now for Hunterdon Central, I think it would be Greisler. No, it's not Greisler.
No, Greisler hit in the bottom half of the last inning. Let's see who is up.
Jessica, okay. We don't want to make guesses. We can just wait and see. It's definitely hard to see right now. That they're getting their batting gloves on. We'll see once they start warming up their swings and we see their backside of the jersey.
I thought it was Yip.
Yep.
But, don't quote me on that.
Don't quote me. I'll deny it. Even though we have actual audio proof. It looks like it could be yep. Yeah, it's yep. Good eye, Josh Chaco.
Thanks.
Good eye. In the 9th hole, really good hitter. Really was clutch when we played Bridgewater Raritan. Now we're in the bottom of the 6th. Anything can happen, really.
Yep, definitely. Anything can happen. It was good. It was crucial that Central got out of that inning there, because if runs were to score, then it would put more pressure on the offense. That you have to score to maintain the lead or to get another lead. But now pressure's off for the offense. Just trying to find their pitches now to put balls in the gap or over the fence. Just get runners on base, whatever by any means possible. So, and bottom of the lineup now. So, yep, and then top of the lineup.
0-2 for Yip. She swung on the first one, and it was at her knees on the second. Jessica Yip plays for SoCal Athletics in the New Jersey location. Outside of Hunterdon Central. Used to play for Finch's Aces. Now she plays for SoCal. 1-2. Finch's Aces is a really popular club here, named after softball legend Jenny Finch. A lot of the girls have met Jenny Finch. She's really a person who's revolutionized the game of softball. It's like the icon of college softball and softball in general. Count is currently 2-2. Great piece of hitting by Yip! Goes between the gap and over the fence! But it was not over the fence at first. It just bounced over the fence, and Jessica Yip gets a stand-up double.
Yeah, ground rule double, ball bounce over the fence. So great start to the inning. Like I said, all that pressure's off for the offense. So now you just try to find your own pitches, and like she did there, going the opposite field. That's a tough, that's a tough piece of hitting there, going the other way with the ball. So now runner on scoring position. So try to balloon the lead as much as possible to put this one away.
Paige Seaman.
Looked like she went on that. Yep, she did. So
yeah.
0-1.
Check swing. Ball up high, 1-1. Great piece of hitting by Yip. Just getting herself in scoring position. That was a really tough ball if you were in the outfield. Went foul. 1-2. Super windy day. These balls can go anywhere. With the force over mass equals velocity.
I'm not sure that's how it works.
Foul ball. Foul ball. But she already fouled the other one, so the count still remains 1-2.
Yep.
Swing and a miss for Seaman. She goes down on a strikeout. 1 out for Immaculata as we have Zoe Tataro heading up to bat. Some of the renovation is actually like a hitting area for batters to just get warm. They usually do it for the batter on deck. Great piece of hitting. And Yip is getting called to home. Yip slides in. Is safe. Wait, no. Yeah, she is safe.
No signal from the umpire, but so that was actually a great throw from the warning track, as you would call it, from the left fielder. Still close play. Great awareness also. Yip tested the waters of the shortstop when she had the ball. Immediately ran to the third as soon as she threw the ball, and that pass ball allowed her to score. So that heads-up awareness gives them 3-run lead.
Great sacrifice play by Totaro. And Giglio ends the inning. Only 1 run crosses the plate. Hunterdon Central have a 3-run lead over Immaculata. Now we head to the top of the 7th. So, like I said earlier, Caroline Duffy is heading up to bat for Immaculata, and Emily Van Cleve is going to head back to the mount circle. And we're back. Yep, sorry. Okay, so we have the girls getting ready for the top of the 7th, getting themselves defensively ready and warm and loose, which is important because it's a it's a game of flexibility almost.
Yep, definitely. Have to make some of those outstretched plays. It's crucial, so staying warm and ready. It's crucial, yeah.
Jessica, yep, with the insurance run from the last inning. Getting herself warm at the second base position. Van Cleef throwing heat. They're doing the throwdown, signaling, hey, we're ready to go. And now we have, looks like Duffy is aboard at bat. Yeah, it's Duffy. Okay, Caroline Duffy getting ready to bat. Van Cleef. At the knees. Strike 1.
Great pitch there. You want to set the tone early with that first pitch strike. As she did there, showing the heat. Pitch there, swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Great pitch by Van Cleef. Setting the dominance in the top of the 7th, saying, hey, we're trying to protect this lead. Swing and a miss by Caroline Duffy, and now we head back to the top of the lineup with Molly Ferreira. I love the outfield celebrations. It's some of the best parts about softball, the cheering, the outfield celebrations, the handshakes. It's amazing. It's part of the amazing culture of softball I used to be a part of. Molly Ferreira up at bat. Van Cleef with the pitch. Greisler to Duggan. Ooh, an errant throw. Duggan. And now we have Ferreira up at second. It would have been an out. Would have been an E. I don't know on who.
That error would probably be on Greisler because of the throw.
Yeah.
Try not to sweat that play there, though.
Yeah.
Definitely a tough play because you know how hard that ball was hit. You know that exchange from the glove to the hand is tough. And, you know, timing that perfectly, especially third base to first furthest distance in the infield. So, definitely not ideal when Central has the lead, but if that run does come to score, they can still afford it.
For sure, and it's currently 2-0 for Heather Ryden, who's a left-handed batter. It's definitely a lot harder for right-handed pitchers to strike out left-handed batters because they're more used to striking out right-handers. And
it's hard for in baseball at least. You know, you can throw a slider against a right-handed hitter when you're a righty. It's hard to do that. When you're facing a lefty, so you just gotta pitch him differently. It's all about adjustment and stuff. So. Van Cleef's a great pitcher, so I'm sure she knows which pitches to go to and put this batter away.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, she has her own. A lot of pitchers have like a wrist split of like what's their plays and pitches. Great outside pitch by Van Cleef at the line of where the zone ends. Really good piece of pitching by Van Cleef. The count goes 2-2. Pitcher ties the count. Okay, we have Van Cleef. A little too outside. Full count for Van Cleef. Try to get her to chase. Heather Ryden, it's a senior. Or no, junior.
I think she should attack Ryden because, like that.
Swing and a miss on that chase pitch.
Just like that, the whole time seemed like she was kind of intimidated by Van Cleef's fastball. Kind of backed up on the plate every time she threw the ball. So just attacking her like she did on that 3-2 pitch. Crucial, not 2 outs here. Trying to get that last out.
Up next we have is Caitlin Maycrick. Strike one. This could be the potential last at bat to end it.
Yep, just try not to overthink. That runner at second is irrelevant, you know. I don't want to worry about that because, you know, like I said, if that runner does score, it's not a huge deal. Central still has a 2-run lead, so you try to forget about that batter and just attack the hitter one-on-one.
Makereich hit the ball out of the field. Foul. Count goes 0-2.
Down to their final strike here. See if Van Cleef can get the job done. 0-2 pitch now. Did she go?
Looks
Ooh.
like she didn't.
Looks like she did from here, but nonetheless says no. So now 1-2 count. Yeah.
Okay, counts 1-2 for Makereich. Makereich hits it. Seaman catches the ball and ends the game. Hunterdon Central wins 5-2 over Immaculata. The revenge game from the first game of the season.
Yeah, great job from Central getting the job done. Immaculata scored 2 runs in both the times they faced them. Hitting in the clutch, definitely the story of Central the past 48 hours. 24 hours. They've done a great job of, you know, hitting in the clutch, getting those clutch hits, putting the ball in play. It's definitely been so important for them as they got it done here. Great pitching on both for Central. Both Kozak and Van Cleef got the job done. Kozak gave up 2 in the first inning. Did not look back on that the entire time. Yeah, she did a great job, and Central backed her up, and she got some clutch hits.
I'm with Grace Greisler. So Grace Greisler, how did this game was important to this team?
So it was super important to this team because we started off with a loss to them, and it was in extras, and we knew that we could beat this team and come out on top. And the fact that we did today and just got like a collective team win was really important to all of us.
You had some really good clutch hits. What was going on in your mind at the moment?
So in my mind, I was honestly just thinking straight up the middle and just put it where no one else is, just so that the runners could advance and put my team forward.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you so much.
You hear that from Grace as she talks about the great team win. You know, hitting in those clutch moments has been super important for her. You know, she makes some great plays in the infield and got it done on both ends of the ball. And Central, she knew that this team could beat Immaculata. And yeah, I'm Josh here with Mariah, and great win for Central. We'll see you next time.